Yo, what is going on, my friends? I'm Charles, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. Today I'm gonna be showing you my fall/winter jacket collection. Preparing for this video has been a wake-up call for me. I desperately need to clean out my closet. I probably have 4 times the amount of jackets that I'm about to show you, which is really embarrassing, but these are the ones that I'm consistently wearing and rotating through and enjoying at the moment. Some of them are good for fall, some of them are good for winter, some of them are good for both. I'll probably end up doing a wardrobe clear out video, so feel free to subscribe and check back for that because I so desperately need to. So let's just get right into the video. All right, so the first jacket today, you may have seen before if you watched my videos previously. This is a merino wool jacket from Aritzia. This is a women's jacket, but what I love about it is the shape. I also love the color, but the shape is really fantastic. I would wear this in a variety of colors, but this gray is quite nice. I'm really a big fan of gray and monochromatic looks. I wanted to show you this jacket because I do wear this quite often. This is when I'm feeling like wearing something a little more fashion forward or just really exaggerating that silhouette that I have on. It's extremely nice quality as well. Everything feels nice. It's really warm too. This isn't for those winter days and it's also cropped, so it's not extremely practical, but I love the way that this looks and I'll probably continue to style this for 1 to 2 more years before I decide to pass it on. I'm getting a lot of use out of it at the moment and I really like this one. So this is a women's piece. This is an extra large. I always size up usually to the biggest size they offer unless it's an oversized item, and it ends up working out pretty well for me most of the time. All right, next piece. All right, so this next one's more of a practical play. This is from Uniqlo, and you can see this is just sort of a quilted liner kind of jacket. Again, from the women's section, this is part of their Puff Tech collection. I'm actually doing a campaign on Instagram and TikTok with them, and styling the Puff Tech collection was the focus of this month's campaign. I've gotten an extra large again. I have this in cream and I have it in black. I'm a fan of both colors, to be honest with you, and to me, this is just a great layering piece. It gets really cold in the morning when I wake up and walk myself to the gym, so staying comfortable is really important to me, especially at like 5 a.m. And pieces like this are really just sort of tactical and good to have in your rotation. Also, Uniqlo is so affordable. So if you're looking for like a layering piece where you don't have to compromise on like your overcoat or your entire outfit and you can just shove something underneath, I think this is a great option to consider. I've been getting a lot of use out of it and it does keep you relatively warm. All right, so I've always wanted to style a blazer. I've always really been attracted to how they look on others. For some reason over the years, I haven't quite figured out how to work them into my personal style and how to get the most out of them. I always find they look a little awkward, but with that being said, I feel like within the last 6 months or so, something has clicked and I'm really enjoying styling blazers now, and I feel like I've kind of just discovered how I like to do it. So this next jacket is a blazer from the brand Roots. This is stunning. This is again a women's piece and it is an extra large. There's a theme here. And I just love everything about it. It's a bit heavier. It's a wool blazer. At least I think it's wool. 53% wool, 44% poly, and 2% acrylic. It does feel like great quality. I love the color of it. I love how it's got little hints of blue and green and sort of like purples and reds. It just goes good with everything, which is great for somebody like me because I have just a lot of clothes. So it's nice to be able to have options to wear this with. I really only have a couple blazers that I enjoy wearing, and this is one of them. All right, next piece. This is a new addition to my wardrobe, and this is a really pleasant surprise. If you watch my most recent YouTube video, you can click here, I think. I don't even know if I know how to do that yet. You can click here somewhere and watch it. While I was filming that video, I got a package in the mail, and this was one of the items in the package. This is from the brand Madewell, who I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I've heard of before. They sound familiar, so maybe I've heard of them, but I've never owned any of their pieces or worn any of their pieces or really had any friends say they own pieces from there. And without recommending them, because I feel like I need to be very careful with what I recommend on the internet, because I get so many clothes as PR for free, it's occurred to me that I have this responsibility to be really honest with you guys about what I think you should and shouldn't be spending your money on. So I'm actually really hesitant to make recommendations for purchases just because I know a lot of people work like a regular 9-to-5 job, have a regular salary, have an extremely tight budget with thin margins, and can't necessarily be purchasing an entire coat collection like this. Not realistic for a lot of people. But the last thing I want to do is tell you like I'm stoked on something and then have you hear that and think like, oh fuck, like I need to go buy this now because like he thinks it's sick, it looks sick, like I'm gonna spend my money on it. And in reality, like I probably wouldn't have bought it myself if I had a set budget and I could only buy like 1 or 2 pieces. I don't know if that makes any sense. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because this is a big ticket item. This is like, I think $400 or $500. It is really nice. The quality is insane. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this is one of my favorite jackets that I own at the moment in terms of quality, fit. The material feels great. I really, really like it. I get sent, again, a lot of stuff, and this one stands out to me. So I'm not saying go buy it. I don't have to wear this. You can thrift something like for 10 bucks that's similar to this. Don't spend the money you work so hard for on shit like this because you see people on the internet wearing it. You don't need it. The shit that I have here is not realistic. I could go way more in depth about like my train of thought here, but I think I got my point across for now. I'll talk about it later. Please just keep that in mind. Take all of this with a grain of salt. This isn't real life for most people. Baby steps, buy what you need. You don't have to impulse buy shit like this. Anyway, sorry for the rant, moving on. All right, next piece is from the brand Beams. This, well, it's actually from Levi's, but it's a collab with the brand Beams. They're a Japanese sort of tomboy streetwear style brand. And this is a jean jacket that was gifted to me like a year and a half ago. I fucking love this. I wear this all the time. This is great for layering in the fall, winter. So you can still wear this. You just gotta make sure you're smart about it. That's where that quilted piece from Uniqlo would come in handy just to put underneath to stay warm. You know, you wear a beanie and a scarf and you're all set. This is just a very beautiful boxy fit jean jacket. I used to love jean jackets when I was like a scene kid trying to get into fashion. I thought it looked so cool wearing my black Levi's jean jacket with my black skinny jeans and my black Converse. Those days are behind me, but I still do have an interest in jean jackets and denim, but I've never found one that like fits in a way where I'm like, oh yeah, like I could rock this. And I'm really into lazy outfits, lazy, comfortable outfits. I also like elevated, chic, flowy outfits as well. For me, this falls perfectly into that lazy and comfortable category while also looking cool. This is one of my favorite jackets I own. My girlfriend and I fight over this all the time. And if you can find a big boxy jean jacket similar to this, maybe try it on. I vibe with it, I really like it. Maybe you will too. All right, this next piece is another denim one. I bought this when I was in Spain at Zara. This is just a beautiful quilted denim jacket. It's warm inside, it's thicker. It's also got this elastic waist, so it stays nice and cinched. Overall, I think it has this like 90s vibe to it that I just really enjoy, and I love the color. I'm a really big fan of blue, navy, gray, black, brown, and sometimes like cream. Can't say any more positive things about it. I think this is one of like my best finds ever at Zara, and I absolutely love it. Don't remember the price, but it's Zara, so it must have been sort of affordable, maybe 100 Canadian, I'm not too sure. Yeah, this one I love. The next one's also a navy jacket. I've color coordinated my coat rack here, so you're gonna see a bit of a theme for the next few jackets. This one I just received from the Frankie Shop. I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but I will put it on the screen for you. This is a beautiful, beautiful boxy fit, heavyweight jacket, just with these large 4 pockets on the front. And I love this. I've been wearing this almost every day since I got it. This is probably one of my favorite jackets. It actually fits quite similarly to the Levi's and Beams denim jacket piece that I showed you earlier in the video. It looks really good. I honestly really fuck with the Frankie Shop as a brand in general. I think they just started doing men's pieces, but I was getting women's pieces from them for a while. I prefer all their women's pieces over the men's ones normally, but to be honest, this is the first time in a while that I've actually like enjoyed some men's pieces from a brand because they're a little different. Like the silhouettes are just a little bit different than you're like used to. And yeah, this is just something I love and I get a lot of use out of. So you'll see this a lot for sure. And funny enough, the next piece is also from the Frankie Shop. This is a very thin navy blue trench coat. This is for just those rainy, gloomy, misty, foggy days. And I absolutely love this thing. I wear it all the time when it's required for the weather. Just a very beautiful navy trench coat. This is an extremely oversized fit. This size is M/L. So I think they have like extra small and then medium and large. So I got the bigger of the two. This is something that I really love and it's nice to have for those days where you need it. All right, and our next jacket is this beautiful metallic Super Puff from Aritzia. This thing is so cool. I love the color of it. I love just how sort of bold it is. Again, my girlfriend and I share this. This is the Super Puff and I got an extra large. This jacket is something I am wearing less and less as I accumulate more pieces to cycle through. However, I do love it and I want to give it another go this fall winter. So I will be styling this. I don't want to let it go just yet. I'll probably wait until maybe the new year or possibly next winter in general just to say goodbye to it because I do love it. It also comes with a detachable hood. I can't find that at the moment, but I prefer it without the hood. I think this is just so fun and very me. What an incredible gift to have received. I remember when I first got this from Aritzia like a year and a half, 2 years ago, how excited I was to be even getting noticed by them. And it still feels good looking back, actually. Yeah, it's just really cool. And it's a really cool piece. All right, this next piece is from my dad's closet. And growing up, my dad dressed so well. And his just sense of fashion and self-care rubbed off on me in a big way. I'm extremely passionate about expressing myself through fashion, but also having just a put together lifestyle. And I do think it's really important to have a good routine, which leads me into our first ever, you ready? First ever YouTube sponsor. The sponsor of today's video is Supply. This is the Supply trimmer. They're calling this the ultimate men's grooming tool. It comes in this really beautiful box as well. And my first impression is this is really high quality and there's a lot of attention to detail here. I personally really like the design of the trimmer. This is something I would proudly display on my counter. Inside the box, you receive the charging dock, the trimmer, your charging cables, and your guard so you can control the length. One of the notable features is it has this pivoting head, which gives you a little more control as you shave around your jaw and your chin. It includes this travel guard so you can keep your blade safe while you're traveling. Not only can this last 90 minutes on one charge, but it's also 100% waterproof, so you can use this in the shower if you'd like. It's important for me to maintain a consistent routine because without that, I feel like I'm not at my best. When I'm taking care of myself by getting up early, going to the gym, looking after my skin, being well groomed, I feel like I can show up for my family and I can be the person that they need me to be. And the truth is sometimes I'm in a pinch and it's great to have something like this trimmer so I can get myself in order quickly to make sure I feel my best and I look presentable. I made you wait long enough. Here's the jacket in question. Now I have a love for leather and a love for paisley, literally just because of this piece alone. It is a jacket he got from, I have no idea where, but it says leather's leather on the inside. This is just a very 90s style bomber jacket. It's faded, it is worn, it is just beaten up, and it is perfect in every single way. This is a jacket I will be taking to my grave with me or passing down to my kids one day. He came over the other day and went through my closet and he was like, wait a minute, is that mine? I'm like, yeah, you don't wear it anymore. But I gave him one of my jackets in return, so I guess it worked out. It was fair in the end. Okay, moving on. Next up is another jacket from the brand Madewell. This thing is really, really cool. Very, very thin, but I love this. I've been wearing it religiously since I got it. It's actually hard to decide which one to wear between the two I received, but because this one is thinner, I only have the option of wearing it when the weather isn't as cold. This thing is fantastic. Again, I love the crop on these. Like, for a men's piece, having it cropped at the length it is, I think is very, very perfect. It's a timeless length. It's not overly cropped and trendy, and it is definitely not too long. This just feels very classic and very appropriate. Again, for the price tag, definitely try thrifting instead, but made in Sri Lanka. I've never seen that before. Another really nice piece from them. And again, Madewell, if you guys are watching this, thank you. All right, next up. So I like leather and I like blazers, and this is a leather blazer. This was gifted to me from H&M 2 years ago when I very first started social media. This is like a $100 fake leather blazer. I like it. I like to wear it every now and then when I'm looking for those like edgier, slick back hair, all black outfit kind of looks. I really just enjoy the way that this looks. I wish it had some vents in the back so it felt a little more expensive, but I mean, for a piece this affordable, you can't really complain. I still get a lot of use out of this, surprisingly. Actually, when I first got it, I didn't quite know how to style it. It took me about a year to really get comfortable wearing it, and now I wear it all the time. So that's that. All right, next up is this massive jacket or overcoat from the brand Cost. Now, I think you need an overcoat. I know I told you early in the video not to go out and buy stuff that you don't need, or just because you see it, you get influenced, you gotta go buy it. And I mean that, but I think you need an overcoat, like a long one. It's a very timeless piece that you can just literally wear forever, every fall, winter season, and it looks good. I would recommend getting one really long. The longer the coat, the more timeless it is. If it's above the knee, it's too short, it's too modern, it's not gonna look good in 5 years. To be honest with you, I don't think it looks good now. I think 10 years ago, like 5-10 years ago, when that stuff was in style, we were all like accepting of it and we thought it looked good, but looking back, I think it was a mistake. The longer the coat, the classier the vibe. Definitely go out and take a look, try and get your hands on one. All right, next up, this was in a recent pickups video I did. This is from Canada Goose, and this is like my favorite puffer I own. It's just this super soft, squishy, like, I don't know, comfortable, like garbage bag of a jacket, and I think it's sick. My girlfriend wore it yesterday and it looked really good on her. Better on her than me, of course, but I also love this thing so much, and an incredible gift to receive. I get a lot of use out of this right now, and I'll probably be wearing this for another year or two for sure. This is more of a fashion forward piece. This isn't like a classic piece, like a long overcoat by any means. This just sort of leans into my personal style a little more than like a timeless piece does, which is great, but I love to express myself in different ways, and this checks that box for me. The cropped fit, the huge neck, the fun material, the color black, it all works for me and I love it. This is a sick jacket. I really like this one. And speaking of sick jackets, the last two are dope, so let's move on. All right, this one I paid 60 bucks for, I think, but I did sort of a little bit of work for this brand when I was first starting out. They're like a consignment store, and this I think is, where's this from? This is from Topshop, and I think it might be women's, to be honest with you, but it's this like orange rust corduroy jacket. It's really warm. It's got this like big neck on it. It's super relaxed. It's got a cropped fit. I think it's women's. This is a size 12 US. I really like the zipper on it. This was something that was like a nice detail I appreciated when I first saw it. This jacket's really different. I don't wear too much color and I don't really love this color, to be honest with you, but I think on this jacket it works like super well. I'm gonna do my best to style this a little more. I honestly forgot I had it, and that's embarrassing because when I got this, I was more stoked about this than anything I've ever like bought in my life. And I really want to wear it some more. So I'm gonna style it as much as I can this winter and this fall because I think it deserves it. And then I'm gonna give it to a new home because I can't wear all these all the time. And I know somebody out there is really gonna fucking love this jacket because it is so sick. For now, I'm gonna keep it, but we'll be saying goodbye at some point. All right, now I saved the best for last, but I'm gonna be honest, this jacket is both the coolest jacket I have by far, but also the biggest disappointment. And it was a PR gift from the brand Moose Knuckle, who, to be honest, I've never been a fan of. I genuinely just hate the name. Why the hell would you name your brand Moose Knuckle? No shade on them, like at all. The people we dealt with are fantastic, and this piece is insane. Plus the whole new collection that they launched, I'm like, okay, I see you guys. Like, you guys are doing some cool stuff. But I've never, like growing up, I was never a fan of the logo or the name. And that sucks. That sucks that that little detail can turn people off of a brand in general. And I know I'm not the only one who feels that way. My girlfriend's like, oh, thank God, like there's no brass logo on the outside of this jacket. I'm like, yeah, honestly, I wouldn't have even wanted the jacket if it had that, which is so weird. Like, I wonder what that means. Comment down below what you think that means and why we care so much, why I care so much. But that's enough suspense. You ready? Here it is. Holy fucking shit. This is insane. So I don't even know where to begin. It's this faux fur, it's green. It looks a little, I don't know what color that looks like on camera, but it's green. And it's got this massive hood. This thing weighs like 15 pounds. It's so heavy. And it's got these little pom-poms here that are so fun, but also if it's too feminine for you, you can remove them by, hold on, the tag is still on here. You can remove them by going inside the jacket. This thing is so heavy, oh my God. There's this little tab, you just feed it through like this, and then the pom-pom comes off. So you don't need these if you don't want them, but I think they're cool. So I was approached by Moose Knuckle about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago now, and they offered me, you know, to pick out a piece from their website, and I wasn't feeling any of the men's stuff. I liked some of the men's fur options, but I didn't like the colors. This was the nicest color of all of the pieces on the website, and it was only available in women's, and I was like, I want this jacket. They said no. They were like, no, you have to pick men's. And I'm like, fuck that. Like, I wear so many women's items. So I was like, hey, like, look, I would just like this jacket. If you guys can send it, that'd be great. If not, don't worry about it. They sent it, very grateful, very nice jacket. I think this thing's like $2,000. Like, guys, what I said before, I mean it. It's ridiculous to have all this stuff, but I mean, it feels insane quality. What I wanted out of this jacket was just a cool ass, mother frickin' big ass fur jacket that I could just like throw on in the winter and like get in my car and go to the gym and just not think about anything. I just look badass. To me, this looks like so sick, and I was just so excited to have something super warm and bold to style like regularly, especially on those like cold days. It doesn't fit me. It doesn't fit me. I got the biggest size. They only have 2 sizes. They got like small and then like medium/large, which is what this is. And I was so excited for this jacket. Like, I cannot describe. I need like another 1 to 2 more sizes up from this. And it's just such a disappointment because this was such a missed opportunity for me to style, but I still will take photos in it and make a cool outfit with it, but it's just too tight on my shoulders. Like, the armholes are tiny, like they're super tiny for like scrawny girls, I guess. And I can't get my arms to sort of go down like this. It's all up in my armpits, it's too tight. My girlfriend looks so cool in this though, and she loves it, and it's just like gangster on her, so she's gonna get a lot of use out of it this winter. Unfortunately for me, it's not gonna work. Oh. Bro, like this thing is literally so heavy. Oh my God. And like, look at the hood. The hood is so sick. Like, what are we even talking about right now? Like, come on. This is sick. It's just so tight on my arms, and it's just a little too like feminine and like tight of a cut. Like, I thought this was gonna be super like big and loose. So it is what it is, but dude, like, this thing's nuts. Anyway, I'm gonna take it off. It's so hot. It also is so heavy. So that is it, my friends. If you made it to the end, thank you for being part of the first ever sponsored post on the Charles Mackenzie YouTube channel. I really appreciate you watching this entire thing. I can't thank you enough. Seriously, it means the world to me. And if you are new here and you made it this far, God bless you. Please click that subscribe button. Click the thumbs up if you can. It helps so much. I promise when I hit 10K subscribers, which is so close to happening, I'm gonna show you how much money I make from YouTube. Hopefully this gives you some insight into what it's like to be a small creator on this platform, and maybe you can decide for yourself whether or not it's worth it to start your own channel. I always think you should be setting goals and smashing them, and if YouTube is on your list, money shouldn't be your inspiration, but I will give you some insight into what you can expect and what is possible, at least in Canada. I'm not sure how it works other places in the world. So click that button and that video will be coming up soon. I hope you all have a fantastic day. I love you so much. I'll see you next time. Peace!